Hi guys, we are in beautiful downtown Savannah, Georgia, and I am so impressed with all of the shops, all of the uniqueness of that this town has to offer. So I wanted to bring you shopping with me, and I would be a very bad person if I didn't stop at this shop. And this is Jillian Trask. That's perfect, Bubby. Just turn that way just a bit. And what she has is unique jewelry, and instead of the big kind of machine-made jewelry and whatnot, this is an individual shop, just like so many of the pieces and shops here in downtown Savannah. They're not a chain. Nothing is a chain. Everything is unique. So come shopping with me. You know I'm going to bring you into this store. Let's go. Look at this. Plays with fire. Come on in. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to take you over to her case, but before I do, I just want to tell you one of the reasons why I was drawn to her shop the moment I walked in is that thank you. Is that, look at her here. We've got a video going of her. It's good, honey. The shot's good. Chris is shooting this blind, but as the minute that I walked in, I felt this overwhelming feeling of newness, fresh, honest pieces. And you know, I've been in the jewelry industry for a very long time, and I've done the Vicenza shows, I've done the Tucson, Arizona shows. I've traveled to Italy, I think 4 or 5 times for business and to see and pick out pieces of jewelry. And one of the things, after a while, you just start to feel like been there, done that, seen that. And it's so hard. Or copycats, and that drives me crazy. What we're seeing is machine made, churn them and burn them, fast as you can make it, for as cheap as you can make it. And it feels that way, and it takes away the passion that people like you and I have for jewelry. Yeah, we get a piece and we're like, yeah, this is pretty. But when you see someone like Jillian, who makes each piece individually, who makes things with a heart, with sincerity, with honesty, with intent, you feel it again, and your heart races again, and all of a sudden, you know, you're in love with the piece. There's so much of Jillian in these pieces, as you see by the video, but I'll quit yapping. Let's go over to the case and peek at some. She was such a sweetheart because she actually closed the store just so you and I could have a private viewing. But you'll notice with some of the pieces, you can tell these are solid silver. You can tell. One of the things that I think is incredible, because the minute I walked in, I was like, let's see what she's about. So I start looking at the links. That's one of the telltale signs, is that if you see seams, it's kind of, it's known to be a little bit of a, how do I put it? A cheat, because you don't want to see the seams. A true artist, the pieces are a piece of art before they're a piece of jewelry. It's kind of like it's art that you can wear. Art, and oh, by the way, you can wear it. So going back to the seams, her pieces are seamless. She's taken the time to solder and close or have them all completely solid. So her workmanship is extraordinary. So let's just kind of pan on the case a little bit. That's perfect, sweetie. And you'll see this, and then let's come around and take a look at the other case. And we'll just come through and take a look at this case. I'm giggling because her husband, Zach, just had to duck out of the shot. And then I'm going to take you right over. Thank you, sweetie. I'm going to take this right over and get us set up. Okay. So going back to what I was saying, the pieces are extraordinary in that they have a soul. They have, you know, aside from the fact that they're handmade, that they're hand wrought, each piece is one of a kind, but they have a soul to them, and they really make you feel so special, and that's what jewelry is all about. All right, I am gonna bring the artist in. Jillian Trask, please come out. Oh my gosh, hi. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for closing the store.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Oh my gosh. She's an amazing woman, you guys. And can you tell us just a little bit about yourself before we start showing some of the jewelry?
Sure. I do like to think of myself as the artist first. I'm Jillian Trask. I sculpt sterling and gold while it's in a liquid molten state by hand. So I'm heating it up and then I sculpt it while it's in that liquid state. So it's a little bit of a riding that fine line of complete destruction or hopefully something beautiful.
Because can't they? I'll just tell you right now. I took it was a Christmas gift from my sisters. It was a jewelry making class. Mm-hmm. It is so hard, you guys, to make sure. I melted. I mean,
I'm glad you got to play with fire.
Oh, I did, but it wasn't good because I melted the. You can melt it.
Yes, you can melt it
where it's gone.
That's what happened to my thesis. Actually, that's what started this whole thing. Was that I had I was working on my thesis project. It was 3 a.m. and I completely melted the whole thing. And to counteract my own personal meltdown, I thought, what can I make so I can graduate? And also so I can stop crying, because crying and fire don't mix. And I thought, well, I've got to come up with something. What can I make that means that we go through tough times, but we always come back around on top? And this idea of that circle just kept coming through, almost like an Ouroboros, if you will. Okay. And so you'll see that circle replicated in all of my work, and that is self-empowerment. That's the feeling behind all of it. I mean, and honestly, I feel that way when I'm playing with fire and metal.
It is self-empowerment. Anyway. When I build a fire, I'm like, wow, fire.
Yes,
I just want to take a minute to show you this because my head is blocking it. But you are Jillian Trask, local artist, SCAD, which stands for
Savannah College of Art and Design.
Alumni, plays with fire. Yeah. She is also a gemologist as well. She has lots of credentials. And you know what? You can teach people all you want, but if you don't have it, it's all for naught. And she has it. Jillian, let's go through. Can I borrow your chain real
Yes,
quick?
absolutely.
So I want to just kind of show them
yes.
how absolutely luxurious this is. And this is actually 2 of the one I'm wearing. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
So you connected to, is there a lobster on it? Or
There's 2 lobsters. So this is actually courtesy of my now 7-year-old. She saw 2 of mine just sitting together and she decided to loop them together. So that's there's the lobster claw.
Okay.
And then a little, so it's ours. And then I'm going
to just walk around here real quick and let folks see this a little bit more up close as you guys look at Jillian on the side there. But just to show you the links. And I noticed too, Jillian, that you didn't just do an oval link and called it a day. There's almost like
That's the melt.
Is that the melt?
Mm-hmm. There's no solder on any of those links. It's all through that melting process.
And this is all solid silver.
Sterling, yes.
Solid sterling silver. And just listen to it if you can. And the weight. Do we have an idea of a gram weight?
Silver ASMR. I could find out for you.
I would love to know. Is it on your website? Because I know right now people are looking you up as we speak.
Oh my gosh.
So let's just get to that right away. If you want to order something, you go to jilliantrask.com. And the way that you spell that is GILLIANTRASK.com. And in case, can I put this down real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I want to put this. We're looking up Jillian Trask on my husband's phone. I'm just going to hold that in the shot for you too for a little bit so you can see that.
I married a Greek man, if you're wondering about that.
Is he Greek?
Yes, he is.
You should see her husband. Woo! Hot day. Okay, so let me give this back to you real quick. What's the length on that, by the way?
So they come in 18, 20, 22, and 24.
Okay.
So
the one thing that I want to do, I was just putting that back
together.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I wanted to talk about your locks. When I walked in, Jillian was wearing, now these are the smaller version. I am wearing the larger version. And I'm also wearing, there's actually a lock necklace, but before we go any further, let me just show you the Mac Daddy. Because I just have to, because this is just.
This was fun.
love. And I will go through that as well. But let's talk about the lock earrings real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to take one of mine out. You don't have to have a ruler, do you?
Sure.
Oh, love,
Yes.
because my girls love to know measurements. Camera can be so deceiving. Something can look small when it's really, much larger, and vice versa. So, are these the largest size that you have?
Those are the largest size, and then these are the mediums.
Okay, so the largest ones are going to drop 2 inches, and from side to side, they're going to be about 1 1/4 inch. I'll show that to you up close in a minute. And then the ones that Jillian is wearing, they're going to measure, if you're not crazy like me, because I love big. My folks know that about me. And these are an even 1 inch, so classic 1 inch by just a little over 1/4 of an inch. Actually, I'm going to bring these up to the camera real quick so you can see them up close. These are the ones that I am wearing. And Jillian, are there just the 2 sizes?
No, I actually have a small size as well that's in the case, and I can get that for you.
Okay, when I come back around, we can do that, or maybe Zach might be getting it for us right now. But when we talk about the lock earring, I've noticed the like these ripples and this kind of ethereal look to it.
That's the melting.
Is that the melting?
That's that reticulated silver.
Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. And the fact that she hid the closure, again, speaking to true artistry, where the closure becomes part of the artistry of the piece. So there it is. It's going to hoop into the ear, and then like magic, it disappears into nowhere. And that, honestly, that is the sign of true artistry. And then I'm going to show you the medium size, and they're just classic locks. And then the tiny ones, these are adorable.
Those are about 3/4 of an inch.
About 3/4 of an
They're
inch.
gonna range just because every piece is handmade. So
Yeah.
there's when I say range, there's gonna be like a maybe 16th.
Yeah,
range.
of course, because they're handmade. And this is what we were talking about when we walked into the shop, is that it's not a churn and burn where you're putting it through machinery, where you're trying to make it as cheap as possible and make as much money as you can. Jillian works, I was talking with her husband Zach, who adores her and just wants to brag about her so much, and rightly so, because she doesn't tell me any of the juicy stuff. But anyway, he's saying
I will.
he was saying that she works on a very slim margin, and it's because her true passion is not about making money off of this. It's about making this jewelry.
money.
Something that you said the other day when I was in here, or maybe it was when we were on the phone the other night, and you said you never thought that you would make money with fire, that you could build a career with fire.
Yeah, if somebody had told me that this was my life trajectory, is literally waking up and going into the studio and lighting a torch every day, no, I would not have believed them. Although I do have to say, everything I've been through up until this point certainly has helped build the business and make the.
And what do you
Jillian
mean
Dress
by
brand.
that?
Well, I've done a lot of things. I played rugby in college. I sang and danced as a Madisonian. I've done a couple. I was a makeup artist. Like, I think every experience I've ever had has allowed me to pour me into what any artist creates. All of their experiences and pain and happiness is what makes the art. So.
Yeah, and you do it so well.
Thank you.
So staying with the lock, can we show the lock,
Yes.
this lock necklace?
Yes.
And if you don't mind kind of helping me with it.
My pleasure. Put
Um,
my eyeballs on here.
okay. I think we need a lock bracelet too now, Jillian, don't you know?
I might have one.
Might.
Can I?
Oh, you know what? We should say too that you do gold as well.
Yes, I
Right.
do.
Okay.
Yes.
We are just showing the sterling silver right now. And actually, Zach, can you pull me out the lock earrings in gold? Just so I can kind of show them, and the lock necklace. Just because, actually with the whole stand would be magnificent. Poor Zach. Chris is laughing is because he's like, no, you know how I feel, dude. Thank you, sir. So here are the earrings in gold. Here is the necklace that I'm about to show you. That one's in silver. She has it. Is this 14, 18? What are we at?
So this is 18 karat over sterling. This is gold vermeil.
Okay.
And I do all of the plating in-house myself as well. And I do offer 18 karat gold as an option, but it's usually made to order.
Okay, and do we know about how many microns of the layer? Can I see the earrings too?
Let's put it this way, because I don't have the tools for the micron, the micrometer. That's
my reasoning is it going to stay on?
Yes, it will. It will stay on because I leave it in a lot longer than I'm supposed to.
Okay.
But yeah, I would avoid like a pool or an ocean.
Okay.
But you're good for wearability.
Okay. Let me take a look at that, darling. Yeah. What does this say? Oh, the Unlocked Collection. So, Jillian, this says the Unlocked Collection, everything changes. Open yourself up. Give yourself the grace and the space to grow. The Unlocked Collection explores the commitments to growth and change in our relationships, in our lives, and in ourselves. That's really profound. Where does that come from?
When I created the Unlocked Collection, I just found this space, and we were going through a pretty major transition. We had sold our house, we were buying a house, our daughter was starting a new school. We were going through some major life transitions. And I also had just gotten accepted to the London Accessory Week, which I also was traveling to, all within that month of April. So we opened the store that same month. And I thought, had I not been open to the possibility of all of these things working out, granted, I won't ever put myself or my family through all of that again, but had I just not, had I not been, I had to be open for it. And because I felt like I needed to celebrate it because it worked out. I mean,
that's crazy because my people will tell you, Antonella, tell her your story. And she knows the story, how, we lost the house, I lost the job, the cancers, the chemo, the heart attacks, and living on a boat. She knows it already. But you know what? It's really joyful because had all that not happened, I wouldn't be standing here with you today. And I wouldn't have all the folks that I have here either. So, all right, let me show you the lock necklace. And Jillian, when I held up your card, it had a phone number. Are they allowed to call and go through stuff with you?
Absolutely. I have showroom hours that I can share if you'd like.
Well, my girls are nationwide.
Yeah.
Some of them worldwide. So
feel free to call. The number is 912-247-0521.
It was on the card I showed you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
thank you.
When I walked in the store, this is the first piece. It was over there in the first case. Excuse me. Oh, the pollen is killing me. Thanks, Jill.
My pleasure.
Just to kind of give you sneak peeks, and then I want to do that ring that both you and I are wearing. But this is the bracelet that got me, and obviously it goes back to the necklaces that Jillian and I are wearing. But it's a, let me just kind of open this up. What is it 3 of them?
Yeah.
But then you linked them?
Yes. There's 3 of the paper clips that are linked together with the one life and circle. So
what is this?
This is like the life and circle, that idea of we go through tough times, but we always come back around on top.
Which we'll be talking about.
Yeah. And so that idea is throughout. So each trio of paper clips is held together with that. There's no solder.
I love that. And you also have adjustability on this. This will go from what to what?
I believe it's 7 to 8.
It's got to be at least 8,
yeah.
7 to 8, but it's totally adjustable.
Yeah.
And, if you're someone that doesn't want 3 of them, Jillian has put together, we can take that one off, where it's just a single.
Yes.
A single strand.
Just like the necklace.
Yeah. And would I be safe in saying that this would make a great charm bracelet?
It would. And in fact, this can go onto it. So you were asking about if it can go.
Yeah, we should have said that to good old Antonella because
they open up. The unlocks do open up. We sell the charms separately.
I'm going to ask you to open that.
Of course.
So this is a single, and the fact that this is all solid silver, solid sterling silver, it's going to keep everything safe, secure. Thank you, darling. And that will just clip right on. And you guys see me do this with earrings all the time, to kind of
it's new.
Get that on. Yeah, that's
That's a good
fine.
thing.
That's okay. And there she is. And how fabulous is that? Jillian, stop. Just stop it. Okay.
Never.
I want to go to, and by the way,
I'm going to get you to play with fire someday.
oh, that's not safe, girl. Have your insurance. We
Yes,
have,
safety with insurance.
there's lots of cuffs, and I tell you, this one I thought was beautiful with the bubbles at the end, but look at how solid this is, guys. Just listen if you can. I'm going to end up breaking her case. And then also, I wanted to show you this, and this is an anniversary piece, you said?
We celebrated 5 years as a business. While I founded the business in 2016, I really didn't start doing anything with it until I graduated from SCAD in 2019. So this was our 5-year anniversary cuff, and it took me 2 years. And I say that because it was a loose project. I would create a little bit of it, and then I would talk to it. What do you want to be? Tell me what you want to be.
Love
So
it.
it just stared at me on my bench for 2 years.
What stones do you have here?
So we have Swiss blue topaz, London blue topaz.
London blue, that big? Are you kidding
Yes.
me? Wait, I have to look at it.
Oh,
my
no,
God,
that's
the-
an Anastasia.
This one?
Sorry, that's a rainbow blue topaz, and
Okay.
then the London blue is right next to it. I apologize.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Another Swiss blue, and then that's an iolite.
Oh, I love highlight. People don't use it enough. Oh my
Isn't it
gosh.
pretty?
No.
I love that.
It's like crazy, crazy good. And I love the weight, Jillian. So can we talk about this ring? Both you and I are wearing it.
Yes. So I have mine around my engagement ring because my ring was flipping around me, so this worked out really well. This was that.
Show them how you did it. Can you
Okay.
go over to the camera?
Sure.
Okay, we'll
Or
switch
pardon
places.
me.
real quick.
Sure.
Mwah.
Okay. So this is, without it, this comes out. This was my engagement ring. And then this is just the life and circle. And because it was spinning, I just popped it underneath my finger ring there at the bench. And voila, it doesn't spin anymore.
It doesn't spin anymore.
We like form and function in
I
these
love
parts.
that. I love that. So, what is it about this ring? It's in a lot of your pieces. This form. So we
That's
saw
that
it in the
piece.
break.
So
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, tell me.
That's
This
the
is the
piece.
thesis.
That's the piece that I
Oh
made
my
that night.
God. Okay.
The origin, the OG.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull one of these gold ones out, and these actually come in different sizes, if you will. So I'm just gonna pop my fan in there. You see it in the gold. You see the smaller one. You see the larger one. How many sizes are there in the circle? Are there
Great
3?
question. So I actually have on my website, you'll see half sizes anywhere from 5.5 on up to I think 12 it is. We have a really wide range of sizes. I want everybody to be able to enjoy my work.
If someone were to call you and say, Jillian, I'm a size 13,
Fine, I'll make you one.
do you love her? Because I love her. Okay, what about the size of the circle? Because I see you have a smaller one and then a larger
So
one.
this is actually the halo ring, and she
This is?
Mhm, a sister, if you will.
Okay.
She's the sister
Oh, how
design.
sweet. How sweet.
With
All right,
some
just
of
in
these.
case someone's just joining us, tell us the thesis story again on this.
So I was at Savannah College of Art and Design, and I went back, at 40, I think it was.
Nice.
And what I don't tell a lot of people is my husband and I were really trying for a baby because we were told we couldn't. So we just, Gabby showed up midway through grad school. So it also contributed to the thesis project story of being up at 3 in the morning working on a project that was a brooch. Well, I'd also probably put about 40 hours into this piece. And it's 3 in the morning. I'm tired, among other things, and hungry. And I melted that thesis. I melted it completely to smithereens. And to counteract my own personal meltdown, I thought, what can I make that means that we go through tough times, but we always come back around on top? And I kept making this circular motion with my hand. And I thought, okay, I need self-empowerment. I need to get myself out of this headspace. So I actually created the Life in Circle that night. I just started playing and melting and seeing if I could do it. And it worked out.
And interestingly,
I graduated.
Yay. Interestingly enough, we've all been there, haven't we? And this ring, and I see it in the bracelet and I see it in other pieces, that's a symbol for all of us. And you guys know I always say I spend my jewelry on rings and bracelets because they're for me. When I wear necklaces and earrings, that's for you. It's not really, I enjoy jewelry when I can see it. So when a piece of jewelry is not only beautiful, but it's also inspirational, it's a home run. It is something that I can look down on every single day and say, yeah, keep going, Antonella, keep trying, keep, don't give up, be strong, be brave. And you guys know what I've been through, and pieces like this really resonate with me. And I like everyone to have something. I'm not saying you have to buy this to have that. Do you have something, in your wardrobe, or maybe it's a cross or a medallion or something that inspires you? Because jewelry should not just be about, oh, look how pretty this is. It should also empower you and make you feel strong. Jillian and I were talking on the phone. I was like, Jillian, whether it's right or wrong, when I get a piece of jewelry, I'm happy. And it should be, well, when you're feeding the poor, you should be happy. Or when I am, but I'm really happy when I get a piece of jewelry. So I just want to show you this. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? She says no. So now we're best friends. I want to show you that Jillian's scope is so broad. And I mean that because, I'll tell you what, Zakia. So she'll have pieces. Yes, sir. Thank you. She'll have pieces like this, and then she'll have pieces like, are you ready? Because you're going to flip. This is a cup. And that's her scope. And that is just, oh my gosh. Okay, and I'd be wrong to tell you she deals in gemstones as well, obviously. Can you just throw in the Liberace ring that you did?
Sure.
She calls it the Liberace ring. And I'll take it, sweetie. And I'll actually put it on.
Please.
For them.
Yes.
What is this about, woman?
Okay, so the story continues. I was adopted. I was a foster baby. And I'm really grateful because I was raised by the most amazing parents, Marlene and Peter. But after my father passed, Peter passed, I really wanted to find a little bit more about my story, and I found my biological dad, Michael Kelly. Turns out he lived in Vegas. So when I went to go meet him for the first time, I wanted to celebrate. I find that occasions like these memories need to be celebrated. And so I thought, I had been to the Liberace Museum once before, and I thought, that's what we're doing. We're going to go big or go home, because why not?
I love it. Jillian, I just want to thank you so much for letting us come in and doing this interview with us. And I know our viewers are like, I love it. So one more time, if you want to visit Jillian's site and check out her pieces, it's GILLIAN, T as in Tom, R as in Robert, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, K as in Kelly.com, JillianTrask.com. And I want to show you her card one more time. That'll have her phone number on it. And I'll take a screenshot of that as well for you guys to remind you about this show in a couple more days. In case you didn't have a chance to view it, you can view it. But, my girls know that we are all about women, empowering women. And Jillian is like that as well, because we didn't focus on it, and she had asked me to do it, but I was like, no, let's just stick with you. But she actually features other artists in her own store. So that's like sending someone somewhere else to shop. But she does it because that's the goodness in her heart. And that is what she's about, is uplifting others, empowering women, and giving back for the good things that she has received in her life. So Jillian,
1000%.
Thank you so much.
It was such a pleasure to meet
I know.
you.
I was gonna hug you.
I love this.
All right, you guys.
So much fun.
That's it for now. Bye-bye. I'll grab it, honey.